Hi guys, today I want to talk about the latest set of changes for the PTR, which happened a couple of days ago on the 9th, and what they've changed for monks basically. I'm going to go over some of the rune changes, the passive changes, and then tell you a little bit about the Thunder and Flame monks, which will be coming in patch 2.1, which are the updated version of the Lightning Monk and Fire Monk guides. So let's get straight into 2.1 changes that happened a couple of days ago. They have changed a couple of things in particular, which are both good and bad for monks. Exploding Palm has been changed. Now this is dependent on how much you liked Exploding Palm, how you used it in a build, whether you thought that it was monks' only way of clearing high torment rifts, or how that was going to be accepted into a group. But Exploding Palm has basically been changed so that it no longer deals a percentage of your target's life. It deals a percentage of your weapon damage. The explosion is still the same. The weapon damage has been buffed slightly from what it was, what I was intending it to be, and a couple of the runes do additional damage as well. It's nowhere near as strong as it used to be though, so I'm not sure whether Exploding Palm is a viable build anymore. They've also changed the Fist of Aztarak legendary fist weapon, so obviously it no longer changes the percentage of the life that Exploding Palm will do. It just increases the damage for it. So, for instance, instead of it changing it to 94% of your target's life, its Exploding Palm now deals 94% additional damage. The other changes, Dashing Strike has had its runes changed, and therefore Dashing Strike now has a lightning rune. This I love, being able to dash through targets and deal lightning damage, and therefore have it buffed by any of your lightning spells is absolutely fantastic. And also they have changed another rune as well to deal fire damage. So we're really happy with the changes at the moment. There is also one for cold, one for physical, and one for holy. So there's going to be a lot more diversity in Dashing Strike than there was before, where obviously all of the runes were just physical. Cyclone, we all know, has changed so that its stacks do additional damage now, which is going to be very good for lightning. And the reason why I'm going to quickly mention Sweeping Wind, not that it was in the 9th of July patch notes, is that the additional damage that it does from the vortex and obviously all these tornadoes coming off and everything is affected by Determination. Now Determination is our new passive, which replaced Provocation. And basically what it does is for each enemy within 12 yards of you, you gain an additional 4% damage up to a maximum of 20% damage. So if there's 5 enemies within range of you, you have an additional 20% damage. Now seeing as monks have to get up close and personal, this is ideal for you getting into packs, doing a lot of damage, and getting out, especially if you're using Lashing Tail Kick as your main spirit spender. It's great. Get straight into the middle of a group, spam out some Lashing Tail Kicks with 20% extra damage, and away you go. The other thing I wanted to mention as well was the Harmony change, which is the change to one with everything, sorry. It no longer gives you your additional resistances, your highest elemental resistance is no longer chosen as your all resistance. 30% of your single resistances from your gear will be added towards your all resistance. So it is a nerf. It does mean that we will be looking for all resistance more of a thing now rather than singular resistances. However, with the dexterity to armor change, monks are a lot tougher than they were anyway. Not that survivability was really our problem, but we have got quite a bit tougher. As you can see here, my dexterity increases my armor by 8,852, and therefore my armor is 82%. This is with some paragon points in armor, but not maxed out as well, so we're taking a lot less damage. So they're the main changes. Obviously, Exploding Palm no longer being a viable build really anymore. The other changes that I wanted to mention are sort of incorporated into my next part of this video. I will be releasing guides for Lightning Monk and Fire Monk when 2.1 goes live. I will be updating the current guides that I have, and they will be entitled the Thunder Monk and the Flame Monk. Just because they're updated, we're going to be in a new stage of the game, and you know, I've always found the rumbling of thunder more frightening than the flash of the lightning. And flame and fire together, but I'm going to say flame sounds a little bit cooler than the fire. Anyway, there has been rude changes to Mystic Ally, for instance. There was a lot of debate over whether I should have been using Mystic Ally in my previous Fire Monk build. However, I have heard a lot of people say that they used it to great success. They have buffed the damage that Fire Ally now does. So that's something that I can incorporate into my new Flame Monk build. So keep an eye out for those builds when 2.1 does go live. I'll be playing mainly my season characters, so the builds will come out as and when I obtain the gear on my season characters. So it could be between 2 and 3 weeks after 2.1 release, but I will be releasing forum updates as well on Diablo fans, so make sure you head over there to the Monk section and check that out as well. If you don't want to miss any of my my updates to any of the builds, any of my vlogs, any of my patch note thoughts, or any of my thoughts on Monks or Diablo 3 in general, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out my social media links, which are at the beginning and the end of the video. And as always, guys, thanks very much for watching.